Welcome back, everyone. This is the Eat Well Away from Home meeting of Prevent T2, the CDC's Lifestyle Change Program. Today we are going to talk about how to eat well when you're away from home. Before we begin, look at your action plan from the previous session. What went well and what didn't go so well? Eating well when you're at home can be hard enough, but eating well when you're away from home presents special challenges. Today we will talk about some challenges of eating well at restaurants and social events, and how to plan for and cope with these challenges. It can be a challenge eating well at restaurants. Challenges at restaurants include large portions, no healthy choices, not knowing ingredients or how food was made, tempting food, wanting to be polite, and wanting to get your money's worth. We've talked about some challenges of eating well at restaurants. Now let's talk about how to plan for and cope with those challenges. The first thing to do is choose a restaurant. In order to choose a restaurant wisely, it's a good idea to look at the menu in advance. Pre-game by looking at the menu online or picking it up in person. Second, look for keywords like baked, broiled, low-fat, or steamed. Third, find out if an item is healthy by asking, how is this made? What ingredients are in this? And what kind of oil is this cooked in? Fourth, you can also ask for a healthy swap. For instance, you could ask to have a side salad or steamed veggies instead of French fries. Many restaurants are happy to do this. In some cases, you may need to pay a little extra, but it's worth it. In addition to finding out if an item is healthy, you also want to make sure you have a healthy amount of food. Many restaurants serve huge portions. Plus, there may be times when you want a tiny portion of an item that is fairly high in calories. Lastly, to make sure you have a healthy amount of food, you could ask, can I get the smallest size of this item? Can I have an appetizer instead of a main course? Or can my friend and I share this item? We've talked about some challenges of eating well at restaurants. Now let's move on to social events. Social events include cookouts, holidays, showers, sports games, weddings, and work parties. Challenges at social events include large portions, no healthy choices, not knowing ingredients or how food was made, pressure from others, tempting food, wanting to be polite, and wanting to join in. We've talked about some challenges of eating well at social events. Now let's talk about how to plan for and cope with those challenges. There are things you can do before social events to help you stay on track. And there are also things you can do during social events to help you stay on track. Ways to prepare for social events include have a healthy snack at home so you won't be too hungry, tell the host about your eating plan, and ask if you can bring something healthy. Ways to eat well during social events include ask about ingredients and how dishes were prepared, fill up on non-starchy veggies or a broth-based soup, or keep a glass of water in your hand. Please look at your action plan journal. Spend the next few minutes making a new action plan. Keep in mind what worked and what didn't work well for you since our last session. Are there changes that you want to make? Also keep in mind what we discussed today about eating well away from home. And as always, be realistic, doable, specific, and flexible. Between now and our next session, I'd like you to spend some time planning for the challenges of eating well away from home. That way, you'll be ready the next time you go to a restaurant or social event. You can use Eat Well at Restaurants on pages 4 and 5, and Eat Well at Social Events on page 6 to help you. And as always, submit your weight and physical activity before our next session. We have come to the end of our meeting. Today we discussed how to eat well when you're away from home. We talked about some challenges of eating well at restaurants and social events, and how to plan for and cope with these challenges. Next time, we'll talk about staying motivated to prevent T2. Thank you for coming to this week's session.